This production is brought to you by the University of Edinburgh.
Hello, and welcome to an interactive introduction to Matlab. In this screencast, we will create a simple plot and annotate it using Matlab. Firstly, let's generate some data to plot. We will define the vector x using the linspace function, starting at 0, going to 2 pi radians, and doing so in 100 steps. Using the semicolon after the brackets means that the command window is not flooded by the created elements. We then define y to be sin x, again adding the semicolon. There are now two variables which we can plot. Simply using the plot command to input x against y and hitting enter, Matlab displays a new window with the plot ready to annotate. There are two ways to annotate plots in Matlab. You can either use interactive tools from the figure window, or you can issue commands into the command line. Let's start by looking at the interactive tools. Clicking on the Show Plot Tools button in the toolbar opens the interactive tools. We are now able to select different elements in the plot to annotate. Firstly, we will start with the axis by turning the grid on and entering a name. Now, we will give the graph a title. Selecting the plot itself gives us the option to change the line style, the thickness, or the color. Or, if we were plotting experimental data, we might turn the line off altogether and plot the data with some markers. Now that we have annotated our plot, we can click on the toolbar to turn off the interactive plot tools, and we are ready to save. Choosing Save As from the File menu, we have a range of formats we're able to save the file in. If we were saving the figure for a report, we might save the file as a JPEG, but I would always recommend that whatever format you choose to save in, you also always save as a Matlab figure format. The Matlab figure format allows you to open the figure at a later date and edit it, whereas another format, like a JPEG, is a bitmap format which cannot be edited. As you can see, I have just saved the plot in both a JPEG format and a Matlab figure format. You can now see in the current directory window that both the JPEG and the fig plots are saved and accessible here. Finally, we will look at how to annotate from the command window. Using the up arrow to get back the plot command, I can combine it with some annotations from the command window, such as turning the grid on, labeling the X and Y axis, and giving the plot a title. If I hit enter, you can see the plot is produced already annotated. Feel free to use whichever method best suits the way you work.
This production is copyright the University of Edinburgh.